So this is a General Spring Comanche Jeep MJ rear leaf spring. It's what they call their metric ton or higher capacity spring. I think it's still rated lower than the original metric ton Jeeps are kind of set at, but it's about the same as the original that you're going to find anyways. This one has an extra, I don't know, about 1 inch of lift. Not exactly sure how much. They're a little vague on that. You know, everybody's used springs are different. I'm not sure how much this spring's supposed to give you over their standard spring, other than about 1 inch. So these are special order. They come with the military wrap on this end. And they have those 2 overload leaves, so this gets us up to the higher weight rating. Special order, they do take a while. They're pretty heavy, so shipping's not cheap. These came out to about $500 for the pair to get them shipped to me from, I guess, Kansas to Colorado. They'll come bare. I've put some paint on this one. You'll see this one's still a little bare down this end. It's just kind of bare steel. So I decided I wanted to put paint on it. Not sure it matters too much, but kind of wanted it to look pretty. The one issue that I see with this one here, though, is that if you turn it upright, you'll see that this bushing right here isn't centered in there. In fact, it's a good ways off to the side. And if you come over and look here, this one's also not centered, but in the opposite direction. So between these 2 directions, we kind of have opposite offsets, and the tolerance stack up on that ends up being a fair bit. Now the other spring wasn't this way, so it's a little disappointing the bushings didn't get pressed into the dead center. It would kind of give you an issue putting it in, because if it's straight on the axle, they'll be offset and put some bind on your bushings and on your shackle and everything. So I'm going to use a Harbor Freight ball joint press and a couple of those big collars and see if I can press it in a little bit further. And hopefully I can get it in and get it centered, because I'm really looking forward to getting this under the Jeep. I've got my new axle over here prepped and ready to go. I just need to get this spring ready and get the mounts and everything in place. So I'll give this a try and we'll see how it goes. Alright, here it is. Ball joint press. I had to put a wrench in there because there wasn't enough space to put in the actual press tool. So put in a wrench. So here's the ball joint rig I used. Again, I couldn't get that press tool in, so I had to use this wrench. It actually worked really easily on this side, to the point where I didn't even have to put a wrench on that, and I was able just to grab it with my gloved hands and turn it to press it over. In fact, so far I overpressed it and I had to switch it back, and now I pressed it back the original direction, which is this setup. I already did the other end. That came out pretty nice. It was a little bit tighter, pressed through just fine once I got this set up in place. I had to do this setup on the other side with the wrench because my spacer here wouldn't fit in. So there it is. It's in straight and everything. I can put it together. $500 and I had to press this in. So hey, here we go. Here you go. Pressed in. You can see it's dead center, nice and even there. Likewise on this one, it's dead center. I know the way the spring wrap, it looks, that military wrap almost makes it look like it's pressed further over one side, but it is dead even now. So, alright, got that one pressed in. I'm going to work on getting it in. One little thing I got to do, you can see it's got that nut there. There's my new bracket. I just got to open that up a little bit or round off my nut to get my mount to work. So, I'll be working on that next and hopefully get this axle in.